this is Mike Lynch from CDL Southern Pennsylvania, and we're going to be doing maple candy, maple cream today. Some demonstrations. Normally you visit us in Vermont. Today we'll be online for you. Be able to get answers to questions down the road from us, but this is a little video to show you what we're doing. So our maple camp where we're doing this is Bear Brothers Maple. We're using a CDL candy machine and the CDL cream machine to make our product. Little introduction about it. Some people find it very difficult to make maple cream, maple candy. They'll tell you that they've tried, it doesn't work. Some people take to it pretty quick. But it's all about learning your style of making cream and candy. Finding temperatures that work for you, a method that works for you. No two places do it exactly the same. So just to begin with, we got to start with good syrup. Got some syrup samples here. We'll set it right there, maybe we can get a better look at it. We got some upper end amber, some amber, and some dark. So typically to make candy and cream, we have to worry about invert sugars. And that has to do with typically a hot spell or late season syrup. Now if you want more information on that, Cornell has a great website for talking about that, how to test. My method is to stay to the early part of the season, second, third, fourth run syrup, before a hot spell. If you make a really light syrup at the end of the season, pretty sure that you're going to have problems with the invert sugar making a good candy. It will actually not set up. Another thing to take into account is any flavor you have is going to be stronger. So anything with a very off buddy flavor, even if it makes candy and cream, will carry that taste through. We're taking a gallon of syrup and we're taking 11 pounds of syrup and we're concentrating it to 7 to 8 pounds of candy or cream. We've taken more water out, we've made the taste stronger. That being said, light syrup usually typically doesn't have a high maple flavor in it, but it's sweet. A lot of producers prefer that for making candy and cream. I, on the other hand, aim towards the amber. I've even used dark, but typically amber, so that we have a good maple flavor carrying through the candy and the creams. That's our specialty market. Each person knows their own. We can actually look here at some of the maple candy and cream as we get started. There's a couple pieces of soft candy. There's a 1/4 pound piece and a 1/3 ounce piece. And then we have the maple spreads behind it. Notice one is a little bit darker than the other one. Again, a little bit different tasting creams. It's all about what you want for your customer. So let's take a look at the machines that we're using to make the maple cream. So first we have the maple candy machine. Now it's pretty basic, all candy machines are. We have a motor that drives a worm or your gear set up so that you actually put the syrup into here. It stirs it very slowly to keep the sugar crystals down, and it will actually run right into the molds. Easy to tear apart, spline together to clean it when we're done. And then we have the molds that it goes into. So we have a variety of molds here. You can get many kinds. Typically leaves, 1/4 and 1/3 ounce leaves. We use a lot of Bears for Bear Brothers. And then we have 1/4 pound leaves over here. Now you notice that's a large flat. Most of the actual molds come as a large flat. We've actually cut ours. Here's a piece of plexiglass, cut right for the size. It makes it a little bit easier to handle, especially when you're dealing with this. I mean, we're talking about 240-degree syrup. So if something happens and you spill this on yourself while you're making candy, it's not coming off. It's going to stick and burn. So it's easier to manage. Behind us we have the cream machine. And as we get into making cream, we'll show you the ins and outs of that. But it's actually a gear pump inside of here that stirs the cream, and then we fill our containers below the nozzle. We've actually started to cook our syrup. If you want, we actually we're at 221 degrees. We started this a little bit ago before we started. It's great to have a digital thermometer. Candy thermometer will work, just not quite as accurate. However, I recommend more than one thermometer floating around. If you damage one while you're using it, you're going to have problems. The other thing is this syrup is cooking. Just like any syrup, we got to watch, especially early in the temperatures, that it doesn't foam and boil over. So we'll use a little bit of defoamer. I know folks talk about using milk, butter. I prefer to stick to defoamer commercially just because of anybody with allergies. And the way that we're making our cream and our candy is nothing but pure maple syrup. So we're not adding any other products to it. So we don't have to list those as an allergy. So this is going to cook. A gallon will take us, we're on propane, just under an hour to cook enough syrup to make 7 to 8 pounds of candy.